everybody, it's Donna. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is part of the 2020 Alphabet Inspiration Card Challenge, and I am working on the letter M. I have chosen the word mother as my inspiration today, so of course we're going to be making some Mother's Day cards. I'm using the herringbone technique. I'm using some of the backgrounds that we made in a previous video. As well, I'm going to be using the Be Mine stitched framelit. So what I'm trying to do is cut a window in this card. So I have my herringbone background cut to 5 1/4 by 4 and a magenta piece of cardstock cut to 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, just to give it a little tiny border. Now I want this perfectly lined up, so I'm going to tape those two pieces together, and then I'm going to put my die that I'm using from the Be Mine stitched framelits. It's the biggest heart that's in there. Now this cuts two different other hearts, which I'm going to use later. I'm just going to run that through my die cutting machine. Of course, it's not going to go through both layers because the herringbone technique is already on two pieces of cardstock plus the background piece, so it's just not going to go through it all. So I'm going to remove the background piece and erase some of the glue from the tape. And you can see those two hearts I just put off to the side because I don't really need them right in this second. And then I'm going to use the heart. I'm going to put it back inside because the impression is there. You'll be able to feel it drop right inside where the impression was. And I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. And now they will be perfectly matched up. This tape I'm using is removable tape, but I do find it does leave a little bit of residue, so I did have to go back quite a bit and use my adhesive remover on some spots. Maybe washi tape might have been better, or I could have maybe made it less sticky, or you can just eyeball it and hope that it doesn't move. Just removing the outside heart that I didn't need at the moment. I am going to use that as a border once it's all put back together, but the bigger heart I'm not using, or I wasn't planning on using. I do actually end up using it. Okay, now I'm just going to tape those together. Use the pink one or the magenta one and tape it to the actual card because I need to make a window in the front of that card. I just pop the die in, ran it through my die cutting machine while it's open, or else I'll have it throughout. And then it will cut the window in the front of the card. And again, there's a white heart that I don't need right now. I'm going to remove that die, and again I have some adhesive where I don't really want it. And now for the window part, I actually need a piece of acetate. So I'm just going to go off and grab a piece of acetate. I'm going to cut it basically the same size as the herringbone piece, which is 5 1/4 by 4. I'm just going to trim it a little bit smaller once I do get it, because I want this to be on top of in between the magenta piece and the card base. And the card base is of course your standard 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. Okay, you can see that you can see it. The acetate is there. You can see when the light shines on it. It is there now, and I'm just testing out how it looks and if I'm happy with that. This card was very difficult it didn't come together very easily, even though I had this whole idea in my head. It just did not want to cooperate, or my thought process didn't want to cooperate. So I'm just going to cut off some of that acetate, make it just a little bit smaller. Using some tearing tape or any kind of double-sided adhesive, I'm going to attach that. I'm not sure liquid glue would work too well, or maybe it might take too long to dry. I don't know. I just felt that this would be better. And then I had some other double-sided adhesive that was a little bit more narrow, so I used it in the smaller parts. I'm going to remove just the backing off the double-sided adhesive, and then attach my acetate to the front of that card. And I found I didn't put it on straight, so I just had a little piece over the edge, so I just cut that off. Now I'm going to put the rest of the card together, putting the herringbone background on top of the magenta piece. And then I'm going to attach that to the front of the card. I am looking at the inside back of the card because I want to make sure that it looks even from the inside. I don't want anything really obviously out of kilter on the back or in the inside, because you don't really want to see the magenta all that much, so you want to make sure it's lined up as best you can. And now I want to put that little heart on the inside just as a little frame, but then I decided I didn't like the way it looked on the inside of the card. So I'm also going to put a white piece, which I had when I cut that out, on the inside. I'm just going to use some tape runner. I felt that would be easier, maybe not as messy as the actual glue would be on such a tiny piece. So I just used some tape runner for the magenta, placed it on the outside of the card, and then did the same thing for the white piece and placed it on the inside of the card. That just kind of finished it off. Mind you, didn't really have to do that. If you didn't mind the magenta showing the way it is, it would have been fine. And now I have that window on the inside. Now here's where I made a critical mistake. I decided I wanted to put my sentiment. I'm using a retired set. It's the only one I had that had Happy Mother's Day in it, and it's called the Tea Together stamp set. So I'm using the Happy Mother's Day stamp that's in there. Unfortunately, when I placed the stamp, I thought I had it lined up, but I kind of had it lined up more for the whole page, not in the center of the heart. So after I stamped it, I realized it was really off kilter. So I simply fixed that by grabbing that magenta heart that we had cut out, or that was an extra, and I placed it on the inside of my card and stamped it correctly, but used heat embossing, white heat embossing instead. There, you can see there where it just was not lined up perfectly. So I grabbed that magenta piece, or magenta heart, and I'm just lining it up in there. Then I just used a little bit of snail to make sure it was perfectly lined up. You'll see what I mean. I actually fit it into the heart, put a little bit of snail, and then closed it, and then it would transfer to the side I wanted it on. And then I'm going to use my embossing buddy to get rid of any static cling, and then heat emboss with white. And there we go. There's the heat embossing all done. And I do like it. It did turn out really pretty, but I think it still needed a ribbon. So I went, or a bow or something on the outside. So I did grab some of my ribbon just to see which pink I had. I know I didn't have anything in magenta. And the pinks that I had didn't quite work. So I ended up with this other linen type thread, or linen ribbon, which worked out fine. Just going to glue that to the bottom. Normally I would use glue dots for this, but I didn't have any glue dots, so I just used the Tombow liquid glue. And now, of course, I think it needed some bling, so I grabbed some sequins. I think they're just white. I actually think I would have preferred something a little bit brighter, but they're on there now, and it looks fine. You just can't really notice them all that well. Then on the inside of the heart, I just took a white gel pen and put stitch marks around that heart. I liked how this card turned out. I'm not sure it's one of my favorites, just because of the difficulties with the glue and everything I had with it. Here are some other cards I made from the leftover pieces. At least the top three were made with leftover pieces. That's the original card that we just did. And then I have the two others that I did with the leftover pieces. There's the one from the interior heart. And then I just simply cut out some extra little hearts and put it at the bottom of that one. And then the other one is the outside part of the heart is the one that has a scallop edge on it. So when you cut this out, you get the big heart, and then you get the scallop part, like a frame almost. And I just stuck that on that one. These are two others I did from another background that I had from the Herringbone video that we did, and just made a couple of cards out of those as well. So basically each background I got 2 to 3 cards out of them. Those Just Jade and Misty Moonlight cards were from the original video where I showed how to make the herringbone backgrounds. So I was able to come up with 9 different cards. Please let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. If you would like to see more of me, please hit the subscribe button and that bell icon to be notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and stay safe.